gotten to that point. It's getting late at night. It's probably 10 o'clock. I got to be up at 5 a.m. to go to work tomorrow. But I want this windshield out. I'm tired of looking at it. I think that if I take the windshield out, I feel like I've actually accomplished something much bigger and better today, other than taking 15 tires apart. So, oh, that felt good. But I dented the fender. That didn't feel good. Oh, time to start cutting the windshield. Well, now it's starting to look like a derby car. I went a little bit farther than I thought I was going to go, as you guys may be able to see by the pile of dash on the ground. I did a quick investigation and I realized that none of the wires for the dash come up high. They all kind of hang down low. The only one that came up high was this one. And that's the one for the automatic headlights, I think. To be honest, I think it went right there or something. But we have the dash out. Didn't take the full dash out. We still got the radio and the climate controls and the stuff underneath the steering wheel. Some things I don't like about the dash bar is it comes to a pinch, so that way if it gets hit, this will fold and kind of let this passenger side come in quite a bit. But with the dash now like this, I can move a lot of my electronics in and zip tie them up high. Some things that I've seen that I really don't like is this box. Do I know what this box does? No. Is that the computer? I do not think that is the computer, because I think the computer I've seen underneath here, underneath the stereo system. But, excuse me while I walk past all this trash. The reason I do not like this is, can you see it? It says scrap if dropped, which that tells me this cannot take a drop, an impact, or anything like that. So we are going to spray foam the snot out of this. So hopefully I can get that done. I'd like to pull out the rest of this dash probably later on this week, one night when it's not almost 11:30 at night. All the wiring will be tucked up behind here and then zip tied up. This here, I didn't even undo any bolts. I just kind of cut around it with the mini grinder, and it kind of holds in there pretty good. But if I can get all the wiring up here and all the wiring up here from the rest of the car, I'd be happy with that. So, I don't know, it's starting to look like a derby car. If it had the window bar on it already, it would definitely look like a derby car. But it's coming together. It was a little bit more stressful than I thought, a little bit more strenuous this late at night after a long day of work, but we're still just going to pick away at this thing and just peel some more stuff off. Probably it for tonight though. But there we go. Dash is out, windshield's out, interior's out, wiring's moved, front end's off. I still haven't figured out if I'm going to run this thing stock or partially stock or mod. I haven't really figured that out yet. So the difference is if I run it stock, I got to put those bumper shocks back on. Can you see those bumper shocks? right there. If I do it mod, I'm allowed to sleeve 6 inches into the frame, so that would put me to about here. But I've already tried getting those subframe mounts out. They're not coming out. I put my big gun on it. 1,700 foot-pounds of nut busting power is what they say, and it will not undo that bolt. So it looks like if I do it mod, I'll only be able to stuff the front 3 inches of frame, but I'll be able to plate the front 6. And because that's bumper shock, that's not considered frame. So then I'd get rid of that completely and just extend out the steel tubing and use that as steel tubing and maybe build up my own frame to get it out so I can put a different rad support in. Anyway, I still haven't decided if I want to run this thing stock or mod yet. So that's just a decision I got to make in the upcoming days, I guess. But it's coming apart. I should try to start this thing up. I haven't tried starting this thing up since I tore out the dash, so... Are you guys ready to see if this thing still runs? Where did I put the keys? There's the keys. They're on the ground. So, first things first, hook up the battery. Stereo sounds like it's full of broken glass now, but I'm okay with that. We still have that annoying beeping. She won't start up because I have the transmission disconnected, so I got to jump the starter. So let's see if she fires up. Charging your car, make sure your car is running, disconnect the negative, just like that. If your car stays running, that means running off your alternator, not your battery. It is hard on the alternator, so try not to do it long, but at least I know I haven't cut any wiring to the alternator or damaged any sensors anywhere. Pretty happy about that, to be honest. Next thing I think I'm going to tackle is, I really want to do the brakes. Let me turn this thing on. To do the brakes, and the reason I want to do the brakes is I really do not like where the ABS module is, but to do the brakes I need to move the battery. So to do the battery I need to clean up the electrical. I think I'm going to clean up the electrical, move the battery, put my front window bar in, and then after that will probably be the brakes and the cage after that. But my plan is to get rid of all rear brakes together and get rid of the ABS module and see if I can come straight off the master to this tire, straight off the master to that tire, bypass the ABS completely, unplug it, pull out all the fuses, relays, and everything to do with the ABS, disconnect all the ABS sensors throughout the car, because traction control and ABS are going to be the two biggest things that I fight. And by getting rid of the ABS, I get rid of traction control. So that's my plan there. Am I able to do that? I think so. I think I can do that. I think I can do it. So she's starting to look more and more... Oh, that's a sharp piece of steel. She's starting to look more and more like a demolition derby car every day. And thank you guys for watching. Fusion's getting built. I'm taking my time, but it's mostly because I don't have a lot of time. So remember guys, I'm working a lot. I'm trying to get out here every day and get building on these for you, but it's taking a lot out of me. But I'm happy it's the off season. Work 7 days a week in the off season, save up all my money for derby season. That's what I really like, because I know when derby season hits, I'm taking pretty much every weekend off. So, thanks for guys for watching, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.